Hi there. Welcome to this class focused on myofascial release for the neck. You'll want to have a yoga block and a couple of either tennis balls or myofascial release balls like these that I have. Either one will work. And so we're going to begin with kind of sensing where our necks are at this moment. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And on the next couple of breaths, just invite you to imagine that you could be looking at the back of your neck and just sensing what it looks like. And noticing here how your neck feels in this moment. Do you feel any tension? Do you notice if your shoulders are maybe coming up towards your ears? Can you soften them a little bit more, drawing your just shoulders down your back a little bit, and then noticing that effect on your neck? Now draw your awareness to the front side of your neck and just notice whatever you notice about that part of your body, just how it feels. If you feel any tension. And we'll take another breath in here. So deep breath in and a deep breath out. And open your eyes. So we'll start with just some nice neck stretches with movement. So as I said, just draw those shoulders down your back. Just really notice that the shoulders want to come up towards your ears. So just let them be nice and soft. From here, draw your chin down, tucking it, drawing your gaze down towards the earth. So you feel a really nice stretch in the back of your neck. Keep drawing those shoulders down your back. Lift your gaze on your next breath. Now take your right ear towards your right shoulder. Notice the effect on one side of your neck. Come on back to center and take your ear towards the other. Notice the difference in the sides. Keep drawing those shoulders down your back. Come on back to center. Now draw your gaze over to the right. Can you draw your gaze over your right shoulder? Come on back to center. Draw your gaze over your left shoulder. Just noticing your range. Fairly gently come back to center here. So you're going to take one hand, basically where your clavicle area is, this bony part right here. And you're going to place your palm right below the clavicle and then place the other hand on top of it. And you're going to draw your hands down your body just a little bit. And you're going to take the opposite ear towards this shoulder. So you get a really nice stretch here all along this side of your neck. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come on back to center. We're going to switch sides. So take one hand right below. Got my little microphone here. So one hand over the other, just drawing that down, and then take the opposite ear. Opposite shoulder. Should feel a really nice stretch here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And another one like that. Coming all the way back to center. So releasing out of that. From here, we're going to come on down and use the block, and then we're going to kind of test to see if it had any impact on your neck here. So we're going to take the yoga block. You want it to be like this. So The rectangle side is facing down the mat, and the highest point is up. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing the edge of this yoga block on the ridge of the back of our head. So go ahead and take your fingertips here to the back of her head and kind of feel kind of up and down. You feel your neck area here. And as you come up, you should feel a little ridge. You should feel a ridge of bone here. And this is where the yoga block is. This part of the back of the head is going to be what is touching the yoga block. So this part here. So just kind of take your fingers there so you have a sense of where that is for yourself. Come on over to the mat. Like I said, we're going to be placing that ridge right here on this edge of the yoga block. So go ahead, come on back. And the rest of the head is going to be on the block. So that's right here where the edge is going to be. And once you kind of feel like, and you might need to play with the yoga block a little, you can kind of pull it up and down as you try and find the right placement. Like I said, you want it to be right on that ridge. So we're getting at some nice meaty muscles here on the back of the head. From here, once you feel like you have the placement right, you're going to take your gaze towards the right as far as you can go. So all the way over. You might even notice an impact in your left shoulder. I know I'm noticing that. And once you can't go any farther, just stay right here for a moment, pressing your head into the block. And then you're going to come back about halfway. So halfway from where we started. Just start to draw your gaze towards the ceiling. So we're about halfway, drawing your head about halfway. And then we're just going to hang here for 3 breaths, really pressing the back of your head into the block, that edge of the block into the back of your head. And 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back to center. And by the way, you can do this on a foam roller if you do not have a yoga block. You can do this exact same thing on a foam roller. And go ahead and take your gaze now all the way to the left. So rolling your head as far left as you can go. And once you've gotten as far as you can, staying here and just feeling the impact. Notice the impact on your right shoulder here. Just allowing your head to be really heavy. Just breathing in and breathing out. And now we're going to roll back about halfway. So drawing your gaze up towards the ceiling. So you're halfway from the very farthest point and halfway from where we started. And then you're going to hang here. Just allow your head to be heavy. You're breathing here. What this does is it creates more space in those muscles. And that's what this myofascial release is doing. You're creating more space for the muscle fibers to kind of open up. It brings in more fluid. And it encourages the cells to kind of form together in a way that's healthy. Now taking your gaze all the way back up to where we started. Go ahead and take that block away for the side and just take your head all the way down on the mat and just take a moment here to feel the effect of that on your neck. Just noticing, do you feel any release? Draw your gaze to the right just a little bit. And then to the left, you feel a little bit more ease as you take your neck back and forth. And making your way back to center here. Go ahead and come all the way back up. And this time we're going to use our balls, our tennis. So if you're using tennis balls, you may want to place a blanket or a towel over the ball because it might be very intense. You're going to switch the placement of the block so it's facing this direction, more the flat side. And what you're going to do is you're going to be placing the balls here on the block, and we're going to place our neck over the balls. So go ahead and come back. You may need to feel this out a little bit. But what you're going to do is you're going to place those balls right basically the base of your neck. See if you can get your head to do that. Mine's not wanting to do that tonight. There we go. I'm going to use my hands here. So you're going to use your hands to hold the balls together, or you're going to use that sock or the tote. And you're just going to allow your head to rest on these balls. So now the balls are a little bit more in the neck area. And you're using that pressure of your head on the balls to just get a nice kind of massage into the whole neck muscle here. Just breathing here into the balls. Breathe in and breathe out. You can take your head to the right and to the left just a little bit, just so you can get a little movement in the neck and feel those muscles in the neck working. Just back and forth. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Take one more breath. Inhale. And on your exhale, you're lifting out of this. Kind of take the balls away. Take the block away. And again, taking your head all the way down on the mat. Just take a moment to feel the release of your neck and your head on the mat. And draw your gaze to the right. And then to the left. And do you feel a little bit more ease? And from here, we're going to do a little work on those the traps, so this upper part of our shoulders, because the shoulders, obviously, the neck are very connected, and this can be a really nice way to release any kind of neck pain. So again, we're going to be using a block here. You're going to keep the balls in the other hand. Place your feet, both feet about hip distance apart, knees facing towards the ceiling. You're going to lift your hips up and slide that block underneath your lower back. And then here, you're going to need to do a little bit of work of kind of placing the balls here, but you're going to kind of lift your body up a little bit, and you're going to place the balls right underneath the top part of your shoulders. So, and you want to make sure that you can imagine that the balls are kind of popping up just a little bit above your shoulder. So if you were standing and facing me, if you're standing over here and looking down at me, you would see the balls popping out from underneath my shoulders. And then you're going to take your arms all the way up towards the ceiling and open your arms up. Take them together. Reach your arms overhead. Take your arms forward. So this is a really nice massage of those upper traps, those upper part of your shoulders. And we also want to do a nice little shoulder massage, a little neck massage. It's always awesome when someone comes in there and gets right at these muscles. And you're doing this for yourself here. Just taking the hands up and down. We take some nice circles. We make snow angel arms coming up and down. And again, this movement is creating more space and kind of muscle tissue to bring fluid in here and promote really nice health and growth of the tissues in there. And then you can cross one arm over the other in front of your chest. Just take a little time here to breathe. Feel those balls pressing into the muscles. And then switch hands. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. If you would like to continue movements with your arms, you can do that, or you can just take your hands onto your sides and just allow your body to continue to sink into the balls. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And on your next breath, you're going to take the balls out from underneath your shoulders. Lift your hips up a little bit, remove that block, take everything to the side. And allow your arms to just come all the way down. Do you notice your shoulders lie a little bit more flat on the mat? Just breathing here and noticing. And then draw your gaze to the right and then to the left. Just nodding your head back and forth a few times. Do you feel any more ease in your neck? Right. And then to the left. Draw your gaze back up to the ceiling. Take your knees to the right or to the left. Make your way all the way back up. Way back to comfortable seat here. And close your eyes and just sense the back of your neck now in comparison to where we started. Sense the front of your neck here. Reach the crown of your head up to the sky. Imagine reaching your sit bones, letting them be even heavier as they reach towards the earth. Feel a nice long spine. Just taking your hands together here for a moment, honoring yourself for your work. And opening your eyes. Thanks so much for joining me for this myofascial release for the neck.